Hello and welcome back, hackers. Many of you did a great job on picking out the hacking tools for the Digital Informational Report blog. And really all of those hacking tools are there to help the author get across the research that she did. Now, Gallit Nimrod looked at several different posts or forums where elderly people had fun online, or that was the main goal of that online culture. But she obtained all of this information that she was trying to get across with these hacking tools by investigating, right? If the main point of this digital information report is to inform, then really what you're working with is information. And as shown here, the dictionary definition of information, or at least one of them, is knowledge obtained from investigation. So really the author is showing us all of the stuff, the meaning of all of the research that she did on all those different forums. We're going to do very much the same type of thing. You guys are going to put on your detective hats and go research a particular digital forum that you're interested in, and then bring back that information and build it up into a report form to inform your colleagues and me about what exactly is important about this forum that you're researching. Now, a couple of you pointed out, and I'm very happy about this, that you pointed out a particular sentence in Gallit Nimrod's study on older people and fun culture. She uses the term netnography, and her definition is netnography is based on observations of technologically mediated interactions in online networks and communities, and the culture or cyberculture shared between and among them. Now, this is just a fancy way of saying that what she's doing is looking at online cultures, in particular forums, and treating those as if she were doing research on a face-to-face group. I didn't use the term netnography in describing your report that you'll be doing because, you know, it would be too much to define up front, but what you're doing will be absolutely a netnography. You're looking at a particular forum. Now, she looked at a whole bunch of different forums, right? You're just focusing in on one, and that you're observing, but you're using other primary research methods to be able to get information, and then using all those hacking tools that Nimrod and the others used to report that information to the reader. Now, what I want you to do first off is I want you to review your colleagues' choices of online communities. And to do that, I want you to go back and watch this video that I had you guys watch for last time that focuses on the difference between what a network is and what a community is. Because a network isn't going to have enough interactivity between its members to be able to do this study of the culture, right? We want to make sure it's an online community and not just an online network. So I want you to go back and watch that video and then use that to help you with a critical eye on the choices that your peers have decided to possibly write about. This is going to be important because if for some reason you pick an online community that really isn't a community, say just Facebook as a whole, well, you're not going to be able to do the research that you need to do. Now, if it were a particular group based around an interest in Facebook where people interacted, that's completely different. That would be a digital community. So you're going to rewatch that video, and then you're going to look at 4 different posts and look at the different choices, the 3 different choices that your colleagues have made And I want you to respond and say, this is a digital community because of X, Y, and Z, or this looks more like a network. It doesn't look like it would be a digital community. And so this will help your colleagues pick the best focus for their research possible and make it much easier for them to do that research and subsequently that report. Okay, that sound means we're going to have our second hacker challenge. So what I did is the same thing that I did last time. I took out all of the different hacking tools for this specific genre out of your posts, and we're going to look at them class by class in word clouds to see who had the most impressive list of hacking tools. Now, I noticed several of you got confused about this. Maybe you're still a bit confused about the hacking tools metaphor, and you used a lot of you tried using the hacking tools from our narrative unit. But these are going to be different hacking tools for a report. So if you accidentally use the narrative hacking tools, make sure and go back and reread the chapter 11 on summary and chapter 15 on reports, and try to find those building blocks that really make this genre unique and different from the narrative. If you want to redo those, if you did misunderstand and you want to redo it, I strongly suggest you do so, because you can get partial credit at the end of the semester. And if you want to fix those posts from the hacking tools for discussion board, or repost before that discussion board gets responded to, I'll go ahead and give you credit without giving you any late penalties. I want to make sure that you very clearly understand that this is a separate genre. We're dealing with a new genre. So let's take a look at 1101-57. It looks like the main hacking tools being picked out were summary, so this is good. Signal phrases, which I think by that was meant the citational phrases, and then italics being used to bring attention to a particular word. You can see there are a lot of other hacking tools there, but these were the ones that were repeated the most. The next one is 1101-58. You can see there are several hacking tools that were repeated several times. So we have it's sounding professional, there's organization, examples, data, facts, summary is a big one, pictures being used, methods. You can see that this class really did a good job of getting a lot of hacking tools listed. All right, and the last class, 1101-60, this is their hacking tools word cloud. So we have conclusion, background, purpose, body, the references, the findings and results. Those are the big ones, and you can see a lot of little examples of the hacking tools. Remember, if the size of the word in the word cloud means that it's been repeated, over and over. So this, again, is a challenge. So I have to pick one of these word clouds that is the most impressive. Remember, 1101-60 won the first hacker challenge. And based on the word cloud, I'm going to say 1101-58 wins this hacker challenge. They really did a good job of picking out all of the hacking tools, or at least most of the hacking tools, that we could expect for an informational report. So congratulations, 1101-58. So after you review your four posts on possible research communities for your peers, right? Then we can get into the primary research. So you'll want to make sure that you review those 4 by Wednesday. That way we make sure that we're on the right track. it will also help you make sure you're on the right track if you review these 4 and you can tell which ones work and which ones don't. I also do want you to read several of these online writing lab at Purdue explanations on primary research. Now, the 3 main ways that we do primary research in these introductory classes are just by observation. Just means go in just like Nimrod did and just read the posts in that forum, right? That's the same thing as observing, the same thing as if you were to be standing there and listening to a group speak, right? But you can also find important or interesting people in these forums, and you can interview them separately. Now, surveying is something that is possible to do, but you need a large sample size to really make sense. So I have had some students who have felt surveying was important, but it's not for everybody. So once you've responded to 4 of your colleagues' possible digital communities that they want to research and read this stuff on primary research, I want you to upload a research plan to the research plan discussion board. And this research plan is basically, you're just telling me how you're going to do the primary research for this digital community. How are you going to observe the community, right? Which could be simply just reading the transcripts of their the discussions. What important people do you think might be it might be possible to interview for your report? And if you have picked out a couple interesting or important people in this forum, you might start thinking about what questions you could ask them during that interview or possibly survey. Now for Saturday, so for Wednesday, you'll be responding to the 4 posts and writing up a research plan. For Saturday, what I want you to do is to respond to 2 other posts in the research plan discussion board. This will be important because you can show your peers how the research plan works, or maybe give them a little bit of feedback on how to make it better, but you'll also get to see several different approaches to the research and get a better idea of how you're going to research your digital community. You're going to choose one of these digital communities and conduct 2 of the 3 types of primary research for Saturday. So you're going to either observe and interview somebody, or interview and survey. Observation is probably one of the most important, but interviewing and surveying are also very important. So for Saturday, not only are you choosing the digital community that you think is the best based off your peers' feedback, fits the definition the best, but you're also doing the research and uploading your research to the research discussion board by Saturday. We're going to do some work with this research. We're going to find where we can back it up and maybe go do a little bit more research. So I don't want you to worry too much that it's the perfect research, but we need to start researching these digital communities so that we can start getting information so that you'll be able to inform your reader, or be able to start to draft those reports to inform your reader about the digital community of your choosing. All right, so make sure to get that up by Wednesday and Saturday. And if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me or message me or call me. And I hope to see everyone online.